foe is more devious than we imagined. That spire was indeed a teleporter linked to a cloaked Covenant supercarrier, a grave threat. Thankfully, help is imminent. 60% of the UNSC fleet is en route to Reach from existing
60%?
deployments. The first battle group should arrive within 48 hours.
48 hours?
That's imminent?
Uh-oh. Who's your money on this time?
Her.
You always pick her.
She's always had him dialed in.
That thing's crushing us and we're waiting for backup. They'll be backing up a graveyard.
All our nukes are either out system or went down with the ships that carried them. You're preaching to the converted.
How converted?
I know that look, Cat.
You can say no.
No.
You don't even want to hear it?
Fine, I'll hear it.
Remember that accident a couple years back? Colony ship en route to Cygnus, 700 dead.
Vaguely a slip space drive malfunction, right?
Actually, it worked fine. The drive was mounted improperly after a service haul-out. When it fired, it teleported half the ship to oblivion.
This is relevant. How?
A certain Covenant supercarrier could, with some assistance, suffer the same unfortunate accident.
Even for you, Cat, that's
Inspired?
not the word I would use.
What's going on?
Go ahead. Explain.
May I?
Don't cut yourself.
Objective.
Which one of them is
destroy
the bigger
Covenant
asshole
carrier
there?
in geosynchronous orbit above us.
This sanctions, sir.
What do you think?
Oh.
Method. A slip space drive in lieu of the nukes we don't have. Delivery system. Us. Solvable? Getting us up there. That and getting our hands on a slip space drive. Thank you for sharing.
I think she's the bigger asshole.
All we need is orbit-capable transport and the single most expensive piece of equipment made by man.
As a soldier in the field, I couldn't possibly have access to those kinds of resources. That said, a good place to look might be, I don't know, the nearest non-existent launch site in the non-existent Saber program dismissed by 3 administrations as preposterous rumor, and in which our newest member was certainly never a pilot.
It's scary. You know that.
All we need is a green light from Holland.
Good luck with that.
You're the one asking him.
She's a massive asshole.
She's such a dick, it's great.
But this is the character dynamic we never
There's no
got
way
from
in
the
hell he's gonna go for
series.
this.
Yeah.
It's good. Like, again, these characters are just archetypes, but they're played very well. They're used very well. Also, he's never going to go for this smash cut to them going for it. Also, I would like to say, this is now August 14th. This is over 2 weeks since the last mission. Kind of wish there'd been another level or two in between.
Any closer? It's too hot to land.
Copy that, Commander.
Move up the beach, Noble.
It's just one of those things that, you know, Bungie's so obsessed with getting people in and out in a weekend that you could have really shown the super carrier doing some damage, but you just kind of have to take people's words for it at this point. We can see spirits up above, and those are seraphs. Remember those from Halo 2?
Hey, remember that anti-aircraft gun we turned on? There's some already going to work at the base.
Yeah. Long Night of Solace is an interesting mission.
Yes. Oh, hey. You ever played Devil May Cry?
Yeah, this track is so out of place. I love it.
Hey, remember when they were dropping off in sarcophaguses in Halo 3?
And 2.
And Halo 2, yeah. I believe this is actually the track that plays the first time the Zealots attack you in that comm center.
I believe it is as well. Just trying to get a good overview. Yeah, big sort of thing.
So we get to see Seraph fighters in this mission.
Yeah, I did
Something
mention
that's been
that.
mentioned. Yeah, it's been mentioned in supplemental material, but this is the first time you actually get to see him in one of the games.
That's not true.
Oh no, right, Halo 2.
Because I did literally just say you see one in Halo 2.
You're right, sorry, my bad. I forgot. It's such a footnote in the game, right? Like,
Yeah, it's just something. It doesn't even move, right? Like you fight around it.
could have been anything, really.
Could have been a fridge.
It could have been a fridge. It wouldn't have made much of a difference. That's it. Yep, there's a Pelican coming in to provide cover.
Yeah.
Flight controls this way. They're expecting you.
Still
I'm pretty sure he drops off
yes to
more
this.
Marines too.
Well, some plans are too good to say no.
Let's get that saber airborne before he changes his mind.
Controls right through that door, Commander.
That's something you can take care of if you want to.
You don't have to.
You don't get
I think
anything from it.
One of these dudes has a rocket launcher you can snatch to do it.
Yeah.
As long as you're taking point.
I'll do it. I'll be nice.
Why not?
Oh, he didn't even have this loaded correctly.
Huh. Uh-oh. Oh, you still almost got it.
Hang on, we can finish it off. There we go.
Nice. Yeah, it's a cool thing to see more of an ongoing fight. Like, the Covenant know about this area. That's bad.
It's supposed to be classified. Oh, jeez. That guy just got thrown.
Sorry, George.
He's
Sorry,
very
George.
easy to hit by accident. He's quite large.
Yeah, George, if you hadn't made all those modifications to your armor... That's bad. Oh, there's the super carrier.
Well, they're keeping tabs on it.
I'm gonna get
Or is
so
that a-
much hate for this, but it even fucking looks like a Protoss carrier.
Big reveal moment.
Nice.
George, 6, get to the Saber before the Covenant wreck it.
What about you and Kat?
June's on his way with a Falcon. We'll exfil after you launch. Move.
You heard him, 6. Let's go.
What do you mean, get to? This is a Halo game. I thought we were going to just...
Teleport into it.
Well, no, I thought we were just gonna, like, fight our way here and then fight off some aliens and then someone else would take care of the problem for us.
Saber is prepped and ready for launch.
So it turns out George is saber rated.
Useless, 6. I'm just a passenger on this leg.
Well, saber rated in that he can sit in one.
Yeah. So, I have a question.
Okay.
They said this was classified, right? Dismissed
Yes.
by 3 administrations as preposterous rumor. Were they planning on just not using them in defense of the planet?
I guess. I mean, if it's an untested prototype, it's probably not the safest thing to be throwing at the enemy.
But, you know, I'm sure we're just gonna get a cool cutscene, right, of us, like,
We're
downing
gonna
a couple
fly the
Seraphs.
carrier.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then we'll go to the carrier and fight through some corridors, you know. Whatever.
Yeah. It's a good cutscene, Lynn.
First stage
Yeah.
engine burn nominal.
And there you go, other sabers are launching.
Yeah.
2, 1. Stage separation.
I hope those are recoverable.
Oh, probably.
Second stage ignition confirmed.
You can see that Reach is, like, burning, which is probably
Yeah.
not a good thing.
Probably not.
And then, yeah, I said before Reach is a shipyard. Well, now we get to see that.
Yeah. Oh, what's this?
Global actual to Saber Bravo 029er. Over. Copy actual. Colonel Holland? Affirmative, Noble 5. Welcome to Operation Uppercut. I'll be your control from here on out. Understood, Colonel. Noble 6, these Sabers have been customized for orbital defense. You may need to get reacquainted. Rendezvous at Anchor 9 with Frigate Savannah and the other Sabres as soon as you're ready. Holland out.
So here's Reach's big thing.
Yeah.
A massive space combat section.
This is a pretty big hype moment when this game released, because like nobody knew about this going in. They actually kept this pretty well hidden.
Savannah actual to Sabre teams. Be advised, we have bogeys inbound.
See the Savannah sending a docking, or the Anchor 9 sending a docking to.
Combat support until we can bring them back online.
Here we go, 6. Show them what you can do.
And like the benefit of only having a couple objects, like a couple big pieces of scenery in here, this area is massive.
Yeah.
This is probably the biggest like physical area the engine could handle, I'd want to say. And we get to fight a lot of Banshees.
Yeah. So these Banshees are also notable because they're actually fitted for space combat, so they look different.
They do look different. We're probably not going to get a good opportunity to see one, but they have like
really
four. Here, I'll try to catch up to this one. They have like forward scooping wings. There we go. And we'll blow it up.
They're very agile.
They are. But yeah, it's full 6 degrees of freedom. You do have a soft reset by default, but if you hold down on PC, it's control for me. If you hold down the button that lets you roll, you can keep your orientation permanently, as long as you're holding it down. So remember, space, 6 degrees of freedom. There's no orientation that's locked. You make your own direction. Yeah, you can...
I also want to give a shout out to the gorgeous skybox design of this game.
Absolutely.
Giving us like the massive auroras coming off the planet. Apparently there's a lot of radiation in this sector of space, and Reach has a very powerful magnetosphere to catch it all.
Good?
Yeah.
Anchor 9er to UNSC ships. Impulse drive signatures detected. Fighter class. Heads up, Sabres.
Now, you might notice me taking this a little slow, and that is because this area is a dick.
Saber teams. Use your guns to take down their shields, then hit them with your missiles.
So yeah, Seraphs are a step up from the space Banshees we were fighting just before.
Defensive batteries at 79%. Buy us another minute,
Yeah,
Saber
they're a bit rough. I understand there's actually a glitch with the PC version that makes their plasma cannons deal like 3 times as much damage as they should.
Anchor 9er to all craft in the vicinity. Be advised, we show a large attack force.
Just don't get hit.
Combat air
You can
patrol
use
and
the space
Saber
button
teams
to
are directed
maneuver.
to engage
You can.
the station.
It has the same maneuvering capabilities as Banshee. So you have your ailerons, you have your barrels.
Anchor 9 to all UNSC ships. Station defenses are back online. Clear the lane. We'll light them up.
Station defenses are back online. Oh, yeah, we like that.
You love to see it. Oh, I'm taking some nasty hits here. Thankfully, Seraphs will break off if you turn on them and start shooting.
Yeah.
Which is pretty much your only hope for surviving if there's one on your tail.
So, unlike Banshees, you can shoot while boosting. You can also slow down a little bit. Your shields regenerate, just like as a Spartan.
But you also have the whole integrity, which is separate
which is your
from
health,
shield.
which also regenerates.
Thankfully.
Yeah.
This sector would be a nightmare if it didn't.
But the reason this area is such a dick is because you only get checkpointed after every combat section, and the combat sections can drag. Especially once Seraphs get introduced.
Oh, that's a friendly. I need to stop doing that.
But it gives you some help with the aiming, gives you the predictive reticle, which is nice.
Yeah.
Because it turns your machine gun into projectiles, so you do have to lead your targets properly. Oh god.
I don't want to think about where all these missed rounds are
Anchor 9
going,
to Saber
considering
teams.
we're in
Phantom
space.
signatures detected on a forward-facing vector.
So realistically, most of them are going to fall back to Reach and like turn to vapor in the atmosphere.
Hopefully vapor.
Anything...
Anchor 9 to all UNSC fighters. Multiple inbound Phantoms headed straight for our defensive batteries.
Phantoms
Saber
now.
teams were marking high-value gunboat targets now.
Anything else is going to fall into that gas giant, most likely. So the Phantoms are... well, they're guarded by complements of Seraphs, which again, quite dangerous. But Phantoms are fun because, wait, don't they only have guns on their bellies? Yes, they do. So, get on top of them.
It's the lesson we learned in World War II, all over again.
Yeah. Yeah, unlike in Halo 2, Phantoms cannot shoot through their own bodies.
Damage control teams at the ready. Phantom torpedoes away, bracing for impact. My sights.
Is there another Phantom around that I missed?
There might be another Phantom. There's still some Banshees. Banshees jump away. Alright.
Anchor 9er to UNSC ships, all targets neutralized. Bravo 029er, you are clear to dock. Activating marker.
Holland to Bravo 029er. Noble 5, you ready to go?
Affirmative, Colonel.
Let's go in at full speed, upside down. They'll sort it out on the way in.
I'm out here, 6.
But that's not the end of the mission.
M-Spec re-entry pack disengaged.
Nope.
I need your override.
Warning. M-Spec re-entry. Cockpit depressurization complete. Canopy release lever armed.
We've seen them take their helmets off really easily, so this is kind of concerning.
Yeah, they really, again, need to be locked in on, like, a metal collar. Also, no tether.
George, yeah, George is very brave.
So...
Max Sabadov Siva.
Noble 5, please repeat.
Pull up surface grid 19 by 22.
That's a big explosion.
Gladly. Only Sword Base, Sector 18G.
Thermal enhanced.
So is that.
Noble 5, your pulse is elevated. There is nothing you can do for Dr. Halsey and the others inside Sword Base. The mathematics are determinate. Noble 5?
I know.
Bravo 29er, you're cleared to re-engage thrusters. Noble 6, this is Holland.
Go ahead, Colonel.
We've flagged a Corvette-class vessel on a predicted docking track with our target. Get our makeshift bomb on that Corvette, and we have our delivery system. Noble 5 will escort the bomb. I need your Saber team to clear the way for boarding.
Understood, Colonel.
As she's already donated her slip space drive to the cause, the Savannah will be joining you to provide local fire support. UNSC Savannah. Our wings may be clipped, but we've got your back. I've stuck my neck out for Noble on this one, Lieutenant.
We'll get it done, Colonel. 6 out.
Can you imagine if this operation was to fail? Oh, we only lost a frigate, a slip space drive, some Spartans.
Yeah.
Target Corvette sighted within visual range of nav beacon RA-15.
We have visual. Target confirmed.
So we break off, and now we do some more fighting.
Frigate Savannah in position. Saber team, sound off.
Echo 1, all systems nominal.
Echo 2, good to go.
Echo 3, systems green.
Echo 4, all systems online. Solid copy. We are currently jamming the Corvette's comms. Hit it hard while it can't call for help.
Agreed. Saber teams, clear a path to that Corvette.
Weapons free.
Might want to clip her engines, Colonel. See if we can slow her down.
Good thinking, Savannah. That'll make boarding her a whole lot easier. Noble 6, I'm marking targets. Take out the Corvette's main engines.
So we're not just helping them, we're taking an active role in making sure this operation succeeds.
Yeah. So the Savannah actually flies around and shoots stuff for us. Oops. Ignore that. Sorry, Savannah. Micrometeorite impact, don't worry about it. Gareth here in the editing booth with some cleaned up commentary. We originally talked about it here, but it all got a bit jumbled in the moment. So I don't want this to come across like any sort of condemnation, but I do want to wonder aloud if this mission was partially inspired by a handful of assault maps from Unreal Tournament 2004. There are a handful of them in that game that involve you and a space fighter, and even one that has you blowing up engines and then making an insertion. So, you know, just maybe there was some connection there. That's all.
Energy flares detected in the Corvette's aft launch bays.
Heads up, Sabers. Multiple impulse drive signatures detected. More bogies incoming.
Someone exploded.
Echo 2 to Savannah Actual. Where are the reinforcements coming from? I thought the target was jammed.
Oh boy.
Must be squadrons coming back from patrol, Echo 2.
Don't let any of them get away, Sabers. Kill them before
I'm having a bad day here.
You really are. I might have introduced myself to the forward area of the Savannah.
Micrometeorite impact, they'll be fine.
I was trying to turn, but it was moving, and I couldn't get away fast enough. Unfortunately, we aren't going to be able to see it, but there's actually... Maybe I'll splice in some footage. Under here, in this little belly area for the Covenant ship, there are actually like 20 different Banshees hanging, ready to be deployed. And if you're doing anything where you care about score, killing them early is a real good way to get lots of score.
That's a friendly, don't shoot that one, Skeletor.
So we can see the Corvette here shooting down missiles.
Dot, analyze all available data on that Corvette. Find a way inside.
Scans indicate a structural weakness surrounding a platform on top of the vessel.
Noble 6, set down immediately on that Corvette's topside landing pad.
Alright, we're gonna see this, and this is called a landing pad, but oh my god, why? It has a thing over it, it's so dangerous.
Well, Covenant vehicles are a lot more maneuverable than anything terrestrial, so...
Yes.
Oh, this thing is nuts. I have no idea why a Corvette would have this platform on it. Like...
So, Skell, enlighten us. What is a Corvette in the context of warships?
I don't know my warships as good as I know everything else, but I believe Corvettes... Corvettes are supposed to be your fast and maneuverable, but, like, still... somewhere between, like, a destroyer and a, big one, battleship. There you go. Yeah.
So, you might have also noticed, low gravity.
Yeah. Anti-gravity. But yeah, we're low gravity, which is interesting, because once we get inside the Corvette proper, it's, back to the... Oh no, it's still low gravity, there you go.
It's still low gravity right now.
If you look at the lovely, military guys with us, army guys...
as soon as I can find one.
They have, pressurized helmets.
Yeah.
Alright, Noble. Let's get that slip space bomb on board. 6, head for the hangar.
Special 0G space uniform.
Which is good. You need that.
And you'll also notice, the sound is muffled.
Yes.
Noble 5, meet him there.
As if being heard through the air inside our pressurized suit.
Oh, wait a second. These grunts have overshields? Hey, what's that? Hey, I was trying to... Hey, what's that? Goddamn fucking... focus rifle. Hey, what's that?
I recognize that dude. What's he doing here?
Ow.
So yeah, this is, there's an engineer in this, Corvette. Which, you know, we know those guys are important now.
Yeah.
If only we had bothered to capture it, maybe Reach could have been saved.
Maybe. Low gravity also affects your grenade throws.
Yes.
Jumping is dangerous in low gravity because there are lots of enemies around and they will shoot you.
Yes. You kind of make yourself just a big target if you do it. What is hitting? Oh, I'm getting hit from behind here.
Turn to the battlefield. So, Halo Reach has a thing where you aren't allowed to explore. Because if you do, it'll tell you to return to the battlefield in 10 seconds. Or it'll kill you.
Something ripped straight from the later Battlefield games, Call of Duty, that sort of thing.
Yeah.
There were games before that did it as well. I mean, I don't know. I don't know if I prefer it to an invisible wall or not. But yeah, it's one way to keep the player in the bounds that you have set for them, intended to have set for them.
Well, what's weird in the area I went to is there was already a locked door.
Well, they can't spawn enemies if you're standing in the monster closet.
Oh, that's very true.
Go for those shield controls. I need in.
Uh-oh. So they've turned gravity back on. I guess we have the ability to do that. But yeah,
everything's
guns sound
depressurized.
Guns sound better now. And check this out. A rack of Seraphs.
Ooh. So yeah, this thing is definitely
still not the end of the level.
No. Well, we haven't accomplished that mission yet.
Powder keg is aboard, Colonel.
Copy that. 6, get your fire team to the bridge. The Corvette's refueling run with the supercarrier will have to be initiated manually.
Yes, sir.
5, stay with the bomb and discourage the curious.
My pleasure. Hear that, Lieutenant? I'll be all by my lonesome back here. Make it quick, would ya?
Re-entry unit. Good thing we're wearing some safety precautions.
Noble 6, get that Corvette moving toward the supercarrier. Head for the bridge. Find the nav controls.
So I may not be as up there on my naval terminology and vernacular and nitty-gritty, but I believe George referring to the slip space drive as a powder keg is a pretty cute little reference to fire ships, yeah?
Possibly. And, you know, that brings me to an interesting point. We have just forced entry onto a Covenant vessel and are bringing a bomb on board, essentially. I wonder if maybe the Covenant took some ideas from us at the events of Halo 2. It's kind of awkward to realize that, like, we very well might be the reason why things happened the way they did.
Copy, Savannah. Our team is in. Disengage.
It's a pretty funny sort of like retroactive realization.
Oh no.
Speaking of events in Halo 2, here's a nice little call forward.
You know, no offense, Savannah, sorry for your loss, press F to pay respects and all that, but like, maybe you should have stayed a couple hundred kilometers away.
Nothing we could do.
Nothing we could do.
No cover.
So, we should talk about the interior of this ship and how it's really great compared to the interior of other ships we've been in the series.
Yeah, let's, because it still has the weird force field that's like, if the power goes out, everybody's dying. But this is... You can definitely see how it's similar.
Looks like the bridge, Spartan. Let's
but
clear it out.
At the same time, it's not just a bunch of identical hallways.
No. There's still hallways with 90-degree turns in them, though. Like, we can't escape them even in Reach.
No, but look, we go somewhere, and look, a giant hologram of Reach with, like, invasion points or something? I don't know. It's cool.
Bridge, or maybe some sort of command center?
Oh, this is the bridge, they said.
Yeah, they said it's the bridge. But that's the thing, we can tell that it's the bridge. We're looking at it.
Yeah.
Also kind of flies in the face of the thing I said in the Halo 1, where it's like, oh, they put their bridge in the center of their ship. They don't in this one, but it's a Corvette, so maybe they're built different.
Maybe.
Maybe they have forward bridges and battle bridges, like, you know, human battleships do.
Maybe.
So, So this room can be a bit of a bastard, if you're not prepared for it.
It can be. Bunch of different types of elites, some with stealth, some with swords.
And it's a big open room too.
Yeah, there's a cool way to stealth through it. You get lots of cool cinematic kills.
Corvette on a refueling track to the supercarrier.
Let's take a look at the map of Reach, since we don't ever really get to see something so clear.
A lot of ocean on Reach, actually.
A lot of ocean. Like we said earlier, definitely a lot of very large meteor impacts.
Yeah.
So I guess that gas giant we're so close to doesn't do a lot of work like Jupiter does for us.
Or maybe it's drawing meteors in.
Oh, maybe. Maybe we are too close. If Reach is actually a moon, that could be, you know, the case. But we can see the supercarrier over there, and it is large.
It's pretty big. I think it's bigger than any supercarrier you see in the rest of the series.
Probably. Good thing there's only one of them.
Yeah.
Alright, let's refuel.
Well done, Noble 6. Uppercut initiated. Corvette is underway.
Do we need to, like...
Our right out of here is taking heavy fire. Get back to the hangar.
Do we need to, like, give that carrier some sort of hail? Give them an authorization code or something? Let them know we're coming in to refuel and why?
Well, presumably that's part of the sequence. I imagine if you're running such a large military operation, you want to automate some of this stuff.
That's sensible.
One more dead alien. Nice job, man. Area
Thank you.
Secure.
And we're doing a little bit of backtracking. That's not untrue.
But in this case, it's a little more sensible and a little more reasonable too. We're not going that far.
Yeah. Not going that far. It is through an interesting area, and the thing about it is that the way it's laid out leads to a different combat encounter backwards than it did forwards.
Yeah.
No, we can't go that way, though.
Sorry, my bad. Yeah.
Calm down, Josh. Those things cost like 20 bucks a round.
20 bucks a round? Jesus.
Well,
what
I
are
don't
they
know.
making their rounds out of?
Inflation.
Gold?
This is like 500 years from now. Inflation's a bitch.
You know what? Fair point. No wonder they cut the armor ability program if they're paying 20 bucks a round.
We get some weird music here. I don't know if it's going to be totally audible, but it's got like weird throat noises.
I think it's supposed to be a callback to like Halo 1 style of music.
I like
Defend
it.
the bomb. Mm. This is very much more like techno than anything else in the soundtrack.
Yeah, I do
But
like it.
Fine. We're on a Covenant ship, so it tracks.
I like
This is
how
very much
crumbly
the
it
Covenant
is.
Style. Yeah, this is very much the Covenant style of music.
Oh, I thought Covenant
Very,
style was really out of place strings.
Yeah. I don't know, whenever the Covenant are around, they do like to use this sort of, like, very percussion-heavy, but, like, industrial electronic sound.
Look, Unreal Tournament shaped my musical tastes from a very young age, and I gotta say I like this kind of stuff.
Yeah?
So another stand here and defend sort of thing. It's kind of a... I feel like it could have been cut, given how long this mission is already and how impressive the mission is. It probably...
I think they just wanted build up to the closing cinematic of the mission, right?
That's
They didn't
probably
want you to just
true.
walk back into it. It also gives a bit of justification for that, but, you know.
Yeah.
That's right, run. Oh boy. I just got booted to the face. You know, elites have hooves. I think getting kicked by one would be pretty not fun.
Probably not.
Good shoot.
Hey, there we go.
There's more elites about.
There are. There really are.
Ah, there we go.
They
Found
do
it.
send, like, some... Like we were talking about in Halo 2 in the very beginning, where, like, oh, yeah, they send a bunch of different types of enemy waves at you. Same here. It keeps getting scarier.
I think the added weapon variety and reach really helps differentiate this kind of stuff as well.
It does.
And I don't want to say they added that variety because it's firefight mode, but I feel like that was definitely a consideration, considering just how much more of it there is. Right?
Yeah.
They probably wanted the individual waves to feel very different.
Unfortunately, the plasma launcher, as we've discussed previously, is not the best against infantry, and they will kind of just run towards you.
Don't shoot, George. Okay.
Alright.
Savannah did a
That
number
showed
on the
him.
door. There's no way back up to the Sabres. Level 6, form up on me.
Uh-oh, that sounds bad.
Good thing we got that re-entry unit.
Yeah.
Distance is closing on this vessel's refueling track with the Covenant supercarrier. 76 seconds to end point.
So, it's gonna be like mad. Well, I got good news and bad news. This bird took some fire and her thruster gimbal is toast, which means the only way off this slag heap is gravity.
And the good news?
That was the good news.
At current velocity, 53 seconds to end point.
I guess it'll be fun.
Bad
George, you
news
kinda
is,
need that.
time is fried. I'm gonna have to fire it manually.
That's
No, I
a
don't think he
one-way
does.
trip.
Oh.
You'll make it sooner or later. Better get going, Six. They're gonna need you down there. Listen, Reach has been good to me. Time has come to return the favor. Don't deny me this.
Ooh, just hauls us up, huh?
Yeah. And that's with us wearing our armor.
Tell him to make it count.
You know, given the velocity, we've actually just been sent on a weird parabolic arc probably halfway around the planet. No? Okay.
Man, it would be awkward if the drive didn't fire.
So remember, this is what happened to Master Chief that they didn't decide to show us.
Well, hey, we did it. We destroyed the supercarrier.
Yeah, no,
Broke
good.
back to the Covenant offensive.
Now all that's left to do is a little bit of cleanup on the surface. Maybe a lot of cleanup on the surface, but
Hey,
okay.
how did this game start again?
Maybe our helmet just got knocked off on re-entry. This seemed like a pretty significant end of the game, right?
Slipspace rupture detected.
ODS2 was short.
Uh-oh.
Oh.
Slipspace rupture detected.
Yeah, we're picking up anomalies too.
Oh.
Are you reading it?
boy.
Multiple Covenant signatures.
Slipspace
Does anyone have a
rupture
They're
detected.
everywhere.
Slipspace
Yeah,
rupture
but
detected.
the whole damn Covenant, please.
Slipspace rupture detected.
Well, see you next time.
Yeah, maybe things will be okay.